to today's edition of Filmmaking. In this video, we are going to learn about motion graphics, what they are, how we use them, where we can find them, and how we can install them into our Premiere Pro project. With that, friends, let's get started. We've already looked at lower thirds, how we can create them, how we can animate them, but there are already lots of lower thirds out there that we can find, use, import. In addition to lower thirds, there are title slides we can bring in that artists have made for other artists to use. Premiere Pro comes with a few installed. Let's look at what they are. In Essential Graphics panel, click on Essential Graphics. Remember, if you don't have Essential Graphics open, Windows, Essential Graphics. You can see as I scroll down all of these templates, these motion graphic templates that Premiere Pro comes with installed. If I want to look at all of them, remember that I can hit the tilde key and brings them all up. Yours will look different than mine. I have a few that I've already installed myself, and you're probably watching this in the future, so Adobe has probably added some other fonts to it. But we can scroll down and look at these. One of the things you can do is slide your mouse over the graphic. So here I'm looking at bold title. I'm not clicking anything. I'm not holding anything down. I'm just slowly moving my mouse over the frame, and it kind of shows me what the animation is going to look like. Slide. So again, I'm not holding anything down. I'm not clicking on anything. I'm just kind of moving my mouse. Ooh, subscribe. You need to be careful. If this little box shows up in the corner that says we're missing a font, and we need to tell Premiere Pro to try to go find it. So I can right click on that and say sync missing fonts. And what that's doing is telling Creative Cloud to go out and try to find that font. You need to make sure that your Creative Cloud app is open if you're trying to do this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, Creative Cloud's chugging away in the background trying to find that font. If it can't find the font, because whoever made this template used a font that's not installed in my Creative Cloud account, if Adobe can't find that font, it's going to substitute it with something close, and most of these templates allow you to change the fonts afterwards. You'll notice sometimes as I slide across, nothing's happening. I don't see the animation. This is such an intense graphic that it's trying to load in the background. Premiere Pro is chugging away, trying, and it just can't. Sometimes if you wait long enough, it'll populate. A lot of times it doesn't, because it's just too intense for Premiere Pro to deal with as a preview, and it's going to have to load it up. So I'm going to look at this bold title. How do we use this? All right. Tilde gets me out of this main screen, and over here I'm back to my list. I got to scroll down. They're alphabetical. Now they're alphabetical. They were sorted by recent, so now they're sorted alphabetically. Grab my bold title, drop it in. I want it to come up right here, and hit play. All right. Click on that. Now I can go in and edit it. First line, second line. If I want to edit them both simultaneously, I click the first, Control on a PC, Command on a Mac, click the second one. Now I'm looking at both of them, both lines of text at the same time. I just want to visit this your title slide. So I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to call this Ocean View, and this is from Maine. I don't know. Could be. Maybe this was shot in Maine. So now as I watch that, I like this. It happens a little bit slow and clunky, so I can go in and change some things. If I go into Effects Controls, some more space. These little circles mean something's happening inside. I'll click on text, and I get some diamonds and say, oh, I can play around with some things. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Nice. The other thing I notice is that my title's not real is not really standing out against this background. So what I'm going to do is go into waves under Lumetri color, and I'm actually going to drop the exposure down just a little bit so that my title stands out against those waves a little bit more. Perfect. I like it. But what if we wanted to find other templates that we want to use, be them lower thirds or title slides? Where can we go? One of the sites that I really like to go to is Motion Array. Motion Array has a lot of assets, and they have both free and paid assets. I will generally always stick with the free assets, but if you find something that you really like and you want to buy it, man, it's your prerogative. So when we scroll up to the top, the difference between a preset and a template. Presets, we worked with them a little bit in the past. Preset give you the looks that you want. So you can scroll through here and find particular looks that you might like, and you can download and install those. But we don't want to look at that. We want to look at motion graphics. If we look at templates for Premiere Pro, you can find a whole bunch of stuff. I will scroll down here and click free. Thank you very much. Scroll through here and look for stuff. Maybe you want your title to be neon. All right. And there's some neon ones you can look at. Maybe that's the one that you want to go with. And if you like any of these, you just click on them and click download. If that's the particular template that you want to use, I'm going to go back and look at motion graphics. Again, I want to click on free to filter those out. And you can hover your mouse over the thumbnail to get a preview of what the text is going to look like. Maybe that's the title that you want. The one that I'm going to choose to download is 10 free lower thirds. Click on that. You can see that I've already downloaded it, but I could download it again if I wanted to. When you download it, it comes with the fonts. It comes with the motion graphics themselves. So if I click on there, there's my 10 motion graphics that they said came with it, 10 free ones. And you can see that I put all of my MoGarts, my motion graphics, everything that I download for my use right in my Creative Cloud folder so that I have it on any machine that I'm working from. If you don't, you'll have to offline that until you get back to the computer where you have it stored. So I highly recommend that you throw all of your motion graphics that you're going to use in Premiere Pro in your Creative Cloud so that you have it on any computer that you're working on. So I've downloaded these. How do I bring it into Premiere Pro? In Premiere Pro, under Essential Graphics, I'm going to click this little button down here, Install Motion Graphic Template. Click. It's going to say, what do you want to install? Well, I want to go to that MoGart file, 10 free transitions, MoGarts, and I want to do number 7. And it installed. Where is it? I don't know. Click. So if I sort by recent instead of by title, it shows up right there. You can see it doesn't have this font, but it's going to try to get one that's close to it. I'm going to drop that in and watch a little preview. Maybe that's the title slide that you want. Try different ones. Remember, install them, browse, install. Let's install graphic number 2. See what that one looks like. Ooh, that one looks kind of cool. So let's play around with changing that one a bit. We got to get the colors to stand out a little bit more. First one, I'm going to change this to view. Text 2. Shot in Maine, all capital, Maine. I want you to be that lighter blue color. No, I don't, because you are gone completely. Let's try black. I can't see that at all. Let's go back to white. Yeah, that's tricky. I don't like this one. I don't like that one at all. Let's actually change this from thin to bold. Yeah, there's what I got to do to fix it. Now I can probably change my color. Nope, undo that change. Let's watch what that looks like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that. So we've seen we can go to external sites, download those motion graphics, install them into Premiere Pro, bring them into our timeline, and then we can make minor changes to the graphics. That's all for this episode. We'll see you in the next one.